like warm-up music.
I'm warming up. Something's happening.
Get it.
Something's wrong with Rachel. She's not moving.
Rachel, aren't you moving?
I am. You just can't see me.
Okay. Well, I'm moving the table. Alrighty. Welcome to You Be Aight. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. This is my brother Steven.
That's my brother Eugene.
And this is You Be Aight. This is presented by AML Media, Alberta Marie Labordi. Love you, Mom. Rachel, thanks for not just stepping in this time.
We're getting there.
For everyone who listened last week, or last episode, I should say, that was planned. We didn't actually yell at Rachel. I love my wife.
Don't tell him that.
Well, Rachel was listening back to it, and she said, "You sound really mean." And I said, "Well, God, shut your pie hole."
That was the comical part.
Yeah. Rachel, could you give us our plugs, please?
Okay. You can find us on Twitter at AML_media_. YouTube is the same, AML_media_. Instagram is a little bit different, AML MEDIA_. And we are on TikTok now too, so AML Media on TikTok. You can also find us on Facebook by searching AML Media. You can find all of our links on our website, aml.news.blog.
Go to the site.
Go to this site.
We're expanding though.
We are.
Facebook?
Big news. Yeah, that was exciting. So to give a little background, Rachel created they call it shorts on YouTube, right, Rachel? It's a short.
Yep.
So Rachel was gracious enough as a producer to make a short on YouTube, and maybe you've seen it by now because it got a whopping, how many views?
3.9K.
Uh-oh.
We were blown away, and it was at a time when we needed it because we were watching, unfortunately, the Birds lose it was a setup game, dude. I don't even want to get into it because I'm trying to stay positive.
Plus, we have the Phillies.
Yeah, and I'll tell you about how I almost broke my house over that game. But while that was going on, at least we got the smiles of, I couldn't believe it. I was like, something with the algorithm, if you want to call it that, or whatever it may be, people liked it. We're talking about toilets and my preferences of them and how frequently I use them.
It's universally funny, right?
Yeah. Everybody poops, right? There's a children's book about it. I just happen to do it a lot, and with a lot of gusto, maybe.
We'll go with that.
But to get in, that's talking about algorithms. I was thinking about this. We were hanging out with our friends we haven't seen in a while. Shout out to the Sackos and the Ruffners, maybe little Andy. But we were talking about algorithms because now you're an old head. Apparently, you shouldn't be this out of date with social medias. We're trying to get you into it.
I'm working on it.
You're getting better with it.
Got to get my Twitter account unbanned.
You never used it. It got banned somehow. I mean, you know what that means? Some Russian hacker was like getting little girls to send feet pics or something with it, probably.
Maybe.
You're going to, 9 years down the road, you're going to go and travel to
I'm going to get arrested.
International. You're like, that's Stephen R. Labordi. Get him. But yeah, we were talking about algorithms, and I haven't spoken this out loud because I didn't want Rachel to think I'm being, or anyone therefore, naked ladies. It's starting to show nip. Like, it's these girls, they'll be wearing like, I'll be scrolling, and I'll see, like, inspirational things of someone losing a bunch of weight, which I'm always like, yeah, go, buddy. Or funny dogs, or Highland cows, which I don't know if you know what a Highland cow is, but it's adorable. It's got long hair. It's like, think of Kramer, our old dog, if he was a cow.
Do you think they taste good?
They probably do, but they're cute. And then all of a sudden, it'll be a chick, and they're wearing, like, that mesh see-through.
Yeah.
But full nips out, and it's the two things. It's three things. It'll be her bouncing up and down, so titties are doing this thing up and down. with her, like, in, you know, on camera on her, and I'd be like, I'd let Biden hit this, or I'd let King Charles hit this, or the other one, which is a whole thing that is taking over porn, is the stepbrother thing.
That's I don't know personally, but that's been popular for a good while now.
Well, it just seems like it's all they're tagged, and I don't know how.
As a married man, you should know that the stepsister porn is pretty big.
Well, now
for
it's
a while.
just, well, it's where the hottest girls are. Rachel, I don't even. He's, you know what, Stevens, he's messing with my mind. I don't even know what he's talking about.
So what you're saying is Elon Musk is doing a great job over at Twitter.
Yeah. Well, so I had it on there. Oh, the other one is, it's like the girl in this uniform, and it'll be like leaving the family dinner table to get a loan, and then it's her walking into the room, and it's the same girl just dressed in like a hoodie as like the stepbrother, and then it being quoted like, "I know what's about to happen."
Huh.
I mean, it's, and then I'm sure you go in the comments, then it's just like click on my OnlyFans or something like that. I'm sure it's their marketing thing, but I was like, why the hell am I getting this? I literally, and I haven't been watching that much porn. I've been trying to get out of it and seeing these things that it like causes brain damage. Yeah, I've been trying to, and that's actually been pretty easy with the sleep apnea, not sleeping that great, which we'll touch on later on, an update on it.
Genuinely curious as a big brother.
Yeah, but then we're sitting there with amongst our friends, ladies, having brand new babies. So you'd think their algorithm is just like baby stuff. Well, they all get it too. So no one's safe.
How much of the internet does porn have to take over?
Dude,
I mean, it's already 90% porn. Now it's going. Now you can't even get away from it on Twitter.
And then when you look into like, Google's not even good at Googling anymore.
Well, they say that Google is highly influential in D.C. in the Democratic Party.
Well, it makes sense. Everybody who has ever been on the internet has come in contact with Google. So billions and billions of people will do something, and so that's a piece of data that the first time a native person from Bangladesh or something gets on the internet, Google's there. So then they go, and probably the first thing they type in is big boobs.
I guess I don't know much about the Bangladesh people.
Well, anybody, and I'm not, that's, I think every man's first search, and so then that's information.
Wasn't my first search.
No, his was dudes hanging out, just wrestling though, not gay stuff.
That exact quote. Not gay stuff at the end.
Totally not gay stuff.
Yeah.
But so then that's data out there that at least maybe they can't tell exactly who it's coming from, but where it's coming from. But nowadays, they can tell you it's probably exactly who just searched that.
Well, they've been able to do that for a long time now.
And so nothing news, no groundbreaking stuff here, but I just thought it was funny. But then also I started thinking, because then now there's all these vibrator things, and dude, vibrators have gotten. It's not, like, how are we ever going to compete? We
never had a chance.
But now there's advertisements, so I thought the girl said, "Yeah, I got it too," and I'm sitting there going, "So does my algorithm?" I sleep with my wife and stuff, and all of the men and the women in the room. I said, "I think our algorithms have come down to one thing: men and girls are interested in seeing women, but also that none of us can satisfy our wives."
Right. Well.
Which that's what I think my phone thinks of me, and that's what I think my wife's phone thinks of me. Like, well, you ain't getting it done, so we gotta get this done somehow.
Yeah. Well, it's not a new problem. Men have been coming up short in that venue for a while, but there's tools out there now, and people want to buy them. Plus, there's lots of dudes that buy vibrators too.
Oh yeah, and hey, listen, the longer you're married, the more like.
No, I meant for themselves. There's all kinds of things you can do.
Oh yeah,
plugging's a big thing.
That's where, dude, wait till it probably already is, but when VR starts hooking up with like these fake butts and stuff that you can buy, the internet, the world's gonna get weird.
Fake butts.
You'll be able to buy that porn star's vibrating butt vagina mold.
Yeah, they have
and then
that.
pay for the video and watch it in VR and be like, that's me.
It's too much. Well, at least it'll even out the playing field, and now the women can't compete with that either. So,
but that
you know,
is this you know what, dude? Is this population control happening right in front of us?
the people want what they want, man.
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean,
know what I mean? Like, vibrators are pushing men out of the way.
Yeah, well,
these fake butt porn star molds with
I have
VR.
a dishwasher friendly blowjob machine.
There you go.
Well, enough of the dirty talk. Something I like in a podcast is when I get to learn something a little bit while not laughing at the topic. Let's be clear with that, because sometimes topics. But so I want to give you a laugh, and then it is nice to get a little bit of news. I don't watch the news, so
That's
you
very
like
honest.
to keep up. Well, actually, you watch Indian news.
The Indian people are just amazing, and
You need to get listen out there, ladies.
Yeah, hook me up.
This is a good man. He will be so nice to you. Indian ladies, just hook up.
I don't drink anymore. So.
Yeah, he's gonna be there, and he wants kids, and they're really good at getting pregnant.
They're good wives, I imagine.
And they always have.
Pretty much anything but an American woman works for me. Let's be honest.
He said that.
I said that.
I didn't say that, Rachel.
Prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong.
Well, no, Rachel. Just so you get those weird algorithms pop on your phone, right?
Yeah.
And you want to get rid of them, but like, how do you can't unfollow these ads?
Yeah, I've clicked on a bunch just to like try to unfollow them, and then I realized that I wasn't even following them in the first
When you're
place.
clicking
But
on it, makes it worse.
It's always the first thing that comes up. Like, I'll be out in public and I'll open Instagram, and then like I feel like whoever is next to me sees whatever this is on my phone and is like, what is this girl looking at?
Which makes me think of, hopefully for the people out there, you have managers that are up to date with social media, so the second you pick up your phone, click Instagram, and the wrong person's hanging over your shoulder, that they can go, he's not watching porn, it's just the first thing that pops up on Instagram
Yeah,
now.
they all get it.
You
Everybody
hope
has it.
so. My old boss, who was cool, but I mean, I think he had a flip phone, actually. I'm not exaggerating.
And he was a Christian man.
Very
like a real
Christian
man.
Very, like 10 kids because he didn't believe in contraceptives. Christian.
Good for him.
That's a good guy. Cut his nail. He had to cut his nails though. That's
Yeah, people cut your nails.
cut your nails, dude. It's
Yeah.
simple. But let's get back on track.
News. You
Something
were
about
talking about
Wisconsin.
Yeah, so apparently some car drove through a parade in Wisconsin and injured 30 people. No confirmed casualties. But I was thinking, like, this is really becoming an American thing. Something that is probably going to catch on worldwide because everybody always copies what we do. But what the hell?
And not a positive way. Let's make that clear. We're not saying that this is
I
a
don't
positive.
think we need to explain that.
The internet is a place.
Right, yeah.
So we're saying that out loud.
Don't take your car and drive it through
Just
a
don't
parade.
do it. It's so you can take your car so many other places.
But this is the thing that's been happening now.
So, because that's happened a couple of times now. It happened at, well, I don't watch the news, but this isn't the first time a car has
not
driven
even
in a
close.
parade.
Yeah, and you've seen clips of like cars driving into Trump rallies and vice versa.
And with those, like, that's the thing I was going to say. Did you know what the parade was about?
No, but let's
I mean, this time of the year, high school football team? No, they haven't gotten there.
maybe an early Thanksgiving deal.
Either way, it's just like, cause,
Let's be honest.
so to put this in perspective a little bit, someone drives through a Trump rally parade, at least we kind of know their motive.
Well, the story's still unfolding, so we're gonna find out what the motive was. But clearly,
But mid-November, early November, what parade, like, were you?
it's probably like a fall foliage type deal. I
Man, who
bet
gets,
you.
I don't like cinnamon candles, and then going on a rampage with your car, like.
You know, I gotta be honest. How much longer are we gonna keep doing parades?
It is a
I mean,
sports championships.
that's different.
The New Year's parade, I don't watch it, but they got the cool blimps, and like, I have talked to people that if you go as a little kid, it's pretty magical to look up. And
I guess
be like,
for the
"Holy
kids, I don't have
shit,
any kids. So
That's
I,
a 70 That's the biggest SpongeBob in the world.
I just feel like all the things that have aged out and been replaced, it's just funny that we're still gung-ho about the parade.
Besides the eagle, I mean, I'm trying to think. When in the Chamonix won a state championship, there was a
That's
cool
a high
parade.
school football. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal. Quad A in Pennsylvania at the time was the highest. You guys won it. That parade was cool.
I can't find my ring, man.
That sucks.
It was way too big now. It'll probably
that'd
only
be
fit on my thumb. I
your
had
toe-
big fingers.
Your big toe
Yeah,
ring that you
yeah.
wear. But that's a
It's a bummer.
I've been to that parade, and we already know I missed the Eagles parade. But besides that, I don't think I've been to another parade.
Yeah, our parents didn't take us to stuff like that.
Well, we might have like a
No,
small
we didn't.
one, but
would
I don't
remember.
We like, although we would drive in the car sometimes to go see nice Christmas lights.
Yeah, totally different. Not even close
Yeah,
to the
but
same
yeah,
thing.
but I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like at an early age, I would be like, I don't even want to go to that parade.
I guess, yeah.
But I haven't been to them, so who knows? Maybe
Well-
if when I was 7, I went to a parade, I might be like one of those dudes who make a parade car, get a golf cart
If
and
any-
put a giant something on there.
Of all the people I've know and known, you would be the guy who goes and makes a parade.
I can get it. I like to get into things.
He gets into stuff. Yeah.
I like. Yeah.
Not there's anything wrong with
No,
that.
hey, and for the people out there that make those cool, although Mardi Gras, what about that as far as parades
Not a parade. Well, they probably have a bunch of
I think I mean
people
for Mardi Gras, I
marching
think
down the
they
street.
do.
I guess. What do I know? I never
Yeah,
read.
isn't that like the Mardi Gras parade?
I thought it was just a bunch of drunk people walking the street showing their tits.
I think
Is that a
it's-
parade?
That's
I
definitely
think it's
part of it.
centralized around a parade, or at least at one point of it, there is a parade.
Rachel, have you been to? You have normaler parents. Have you been to parades?
Like hundreds of parades.
Hun-
Okay, maybe not hundreds. Maybe 100.
Okay, what was your
parades.
favorite parade?
Well, they're just kind of like a normal thing, like the 4th of July parade,
Nope, never
the
been.
Community Day parade. My grandpa was a Shriner, so he was always in the parade for school.
Well, you
there
also
was the
weren't
4th
a-
of July parade. That was like Bethel Park's 4th of July parade. That was a normal thing for everybody to go to the parade.
Here's the thing. Our parents were always mad at each other, so they weren't really trying to get together that often and take the kids.
True, and also probably because you were like a dancer and stuff, kind of cheerleader or whatever.
Later on in high school, I was in the parades. But before that, I would just go and, you sit and they throw candy at you. You collect the candy.
If Dad knew they
Really
were
missed
throwing
out.
candy, Dad might have fucking get some candy, guys.
But do you think they're going to be doing parades in like 50 years?
Either
Not with these people driving cars through them.
no
mass shootings.
Yeah,
Goddamn COVID. The parade sounds like the most dangerous place you can be.
yeah, shit. You're right. Took away movie theaters from us, and school's dangerous now. Taking away parades,
I will let my children play football, but you're not going to the parade.
unless you win a championship.
Right.
All right, so that's enough parade talk.
Let's start over.
All right, well,
Save that
You Be
clip.
Aight
Save-
parades.
Save that clip. It's enough parade talk.
But
Anyway, real
ahead.
quick, the people who got injured by the car at the Wisconsin parade, You Be Aight.
Quick fact check on the Wisconsin parade.
Uh-oh.
That happened last year. He was officially convicted for killing 6 people with his SUV last year.
Are you sure this is not?
Verdict
different-
reached like
I just read this in the news.
a week ago.
Okay.
Did you read the whole article? Because that
I
happens
watched
to
the
me a lot.
video clip.
And that's the only thing coming up when I search drove through parade
Okay,
Wisconsin.
well, I don't know if your fact check needs to make us look like assholes, so we could just cut that clip.
I just don't want the
Well,
people
hey,
to think you're spreading misinformation.
Well, then I guess we'll say to the families of those, we're sorry, and I hope you'll
We're
be
new
aight.
at this.
Yeah, we're new, and that's terrible. Once again, the parades is enough parade talk. On to a positive thing I wanted to talk about. And I'm not the first, and I think it's been on TV shows, but Rachel made us these nice little treats. They're mini cherry cheesecake bite things.
Yeah.
And they're banging.
I'm a big cheesecake
But
guy.
it took me a couple to figure out how to eat them good.
Yeah, the crumbs at the bottom gave you a little bit of a problem.
Yeah,
right?
and then it's it's the thing, but they were so good. So like, and it made me think of all the hacks of eating I've come up with a little bit, and some have been taught to me. The one that is just an indulgent act was we were talking about. I remember like specifically in 7th grade, chips on a sandwich.
Yeah, that's pretty common. I still do that all the time.
Oh, I still do it. I'm just saying, like, I remember a buddy being like, dude, try putting chips on your Sammy at lunch and going,
you had,
oh,
you had that aha moment.
dude, you just had a texture to a mild sandwich, we'd call it.
All right, so if you have, let's go turkey, cheese, provolone for me. Doesn't matter. Mayo, what's the chip you want to go with?
Either plain or salt and vinegar.
Plain. Okay.
The Lay's plain specifically because of the way they crumble.
The non-rigid.
Because
right?
I hate a messy sandwich.
Yes.
If I get something and it starts getting messy, I've thrown down food before being angry because I hate when I'm about to enjoy something and it starts falling apart. It's something that's been with me since I was little.
Yeah.
But the salt and vinegar.
You're getting really upset sometimes eating something messy. Tears, actually.
Yeah, I just wanted.
That still happens.
Yeah.
I get frustrated because this is an enjoyment of mine.
Yeah, you have some like kind of idiosyncrasies with the eating. Like you like to plan your what you're gonna eat first, right?
Yeah, and it comes down like when I was younger, I used to eat in layers. I would get like a hamburger, and I would eat the bun, and then I'd eat the lettuce, tomato, whatever, and then eat the patty. Like I would eat it top to bottom.
Right.
I would do it with pizza.
I remember you taking all the cheese off your pizza.
Yeah, toppings, cheese, and then the bread. And then a step further with the Elio's pizzas that we always had.
Yeah.
Scraping that cheese sauce mixture off, eating that, and then you could take a fork, almost like an English muffin, and separate that cardboard bottom basically from the fluffy bread.
Yeah, you're really getting in there.
Yeah, but then what I really thought, and I learned this, I think, from a TV show, was the cupcake sandwich trick. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that where you cut the cupcake and then put the
Bottom
icing down?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Basically, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, so you have the breading on top and bottom of the cupcake.
Yeah.
That was game changer because a cupcake is a good one. It's hard to eat because you just basically bite into it, and then you have icing nose.
Well, we grew up where it was acceptable to take the top off a muffin and or a cupcake and just leave the cake, and I'll do that every day.
Okay.
Fuck the bottom of a muffin. You guys can have. I'll save that for you. I won't eat it. I'll save it for you. You can have the bottom of the cupcake too.
We just got into this is a whole new thing with. Now we're going to talk about household food problems that we had because.
What's the problem? I'm sharing.
That is not share. Listen, Seinfeld did a whole episode of the muffin tops. The muffin top is the best. If you just leave me that crappy bottom that by the time I get to it is dry, and then you go, hey, I shared my muffin with you, that is the biggest older brother thing you can do.
That's like leaving someone the not seasoned part of the everything bagel.
Yeah, another type of thing. Our household ate full bagels, so that was never...
Yeah, that went through me for a loop.
Well, because she does, will eat a half bagel.
But on a proper everything bagel, isn't there shit on...
On a good one, but
yeah.
Not every place does it like that.
There's a lot that just have the top sprinkled with seasonings, and
That's
the bottom
unacceptable.
is...
That's almost everything bagel.
But the cupcake thing, that stems from the management of our family because... You, Mom, and Dad are both pickers of things. You're all midnight, not even midnight, sleep eaters.
Yeah.
So even Mom, who would preach, because our dad would always hide treats. He'd either, if he got it himself, he would store them away, hide them at the top of the freezer.
Where we could always find
We knew his spots, and then he'd be like, it's all I have. But then if my mom got something like... The only time my dad was excited to help out
groceries.
I'll help with chores is, putting away the groceries, because he goes, all right, in 15 minutes, I'm going to come in here and I'm taking half rack of those Oreos and I'm hiding them here.
And he would get bent out of shape if Mom came in with groceries and didn't get him things he liked.
His
grown man.
To this day, the guy's diet is insane. I literally talked to him the other day, and he said, I'm basically living off breakfast sandwiches right now.
The worst shitty
Not
breakfast
even the
sandwiches.
good ones. He doesn't even get the good ones.
None of those microwavable ones are good, really. Let's be honest.
There's better ones than he gets, but he would get things that other people don't like, so he can have it all to himself, even if he didn't enjoy it that much.
But like, if he didn't get his juice, and he just had a juice,
This is
again,
a
we're talking about an
diabetic.
adult.
This is a diabetic who drinks a little over half a gallon of juice a day.
It's ridiculous. It's the weirdest thing.
And an insane amount of cereal.
Yeah.
But now that he pays for groceries, he ain't eating up a whole bag of Tyson chicken strips anymore.
Nah, they're like 16, maybe more right now.
He goes, he was living the good life there for a while.
Yeah.
When he would wake up, he would set aside 2 breakfast sandwiches, let them warm up a little bit before he put them in the microwave. Eat 2 or 3 of those. Pound juice the whole time. Cup cookies here and there. And then since he wakes up in the afternoon, when the sun's going down, he goes, all right, time to make a whole tray, as much as I can fit in my toaster oven, of chicken strips, and cooks everything till it's burnt.
Ridiculous. And here's the thing. If someone in the house cooks a meal, you are not allowed to then say, nah, I don't want that. I'm going to make chicken strips for dinner. That's the rudest, just so ungrateful and disrespectful. Like, someone takes a couple hours to make a meal.
And then, whether you're a sick woman making dinner for the family, or a son that's just trying to get some nutrition in your life, to just go, I don't like that.
Yeah, put your nose up to it. Like, I don't really like soup. Like, motherfucker.
First of all,
I like stew. That's what he would say. I like stews, not really soup.
Yeah,
like,
I need more meat in it, please.
Just shut the fuck up and eat it.
Oh, God. Yeah,
So if your wives or girlfriends cook dinner, you eat it. No matter what. You don't make something else.
I have one time, and Rachel, what is it that I didn't eat?
The ham casserole.
Okay.
Well,
can we just start with the name ham casserole? I love a good casserole.
It wasn't actually ham casserole. It was chicken cordon bleu casserole.
But it came out to liquid, and this is going to sound better than what it was, liquid cheese ham soup.
It was keto friendly. We were doing the keto diet at the time.
okay.
So
You missed an ingredient in there. That's all.
No, it was keto. You can't have carbs when you're doing keto. So it was cheese and meat.
I have no regret not eating. It was, I tried it and I go, I'm not eating that. It's didn't come out good.
I liked it.
Okay.
Anyway, if someone cooks for you, do your
True.
utmost to eat it, especially if it's your wife who has terminal cancer and she's cooking dinner for the family. You don't make something else.
I don't care if you're...
You fuck you.
Unless it's the Dahmer coming over and I made you a sandwich, eat it. If someone makes you food, you be respectful, at least up front. Sometimes, and hey, we've done it, Mom could not make pork chops.
No. Oh, no.
I mean, she ruined pork chops for me for a while, but you take a plate, and now we didn't sit down and eat dinner, which I think that's
pretty normal.
A lot of families do that. You at least take a plate and try it when she's not there, and if you have to throw out the pork chop and
you
fill up with other
create the
things.
illusion that you're eating it, and you say, thanks, that was really good, darling, or mom, or whoever. You know what I mean?
That's a life lesson right there that'll get you. People will think way less of you if
it hurts a person's feelings.
To go, no, I'll just eat this frozen food over that thing you spent time making for me.
Yeah.
Change a little topics here. We were talking about Legos the other day. First of all, their prices went up, But
Yeah.
I want to.
They're not even the same toy that they used to be.
No, they're not. Because now it's all sets. Like you buy the Millennium Falcon or you buy or whatever it is.
Right.
And I don't like that because I think that's taking creativity away. You know what I think that's doing?
What?
It's the man's making worker bees. Here's instructions of what I want done at a young age and spend $100 on it.
Yeah, they're ridiculously expensive.
But,
And if you don't follow it piece by piece, you just got a goofy looking piece of shit that's not finished.
well, you hate instructions.
I do. I do hate
He will
instructions.
not. I don't care. He would get them. I would gift you the Millennium Falcon, and you would be like, I'm just going to try and wing it.
Probably. But can we agree that as soon as you add instructions, it's no longer a fun toy? It's like
Oh yeah. And I have friends, and there's 4-year-olds and 50-year-olds that are saying you're wrong. That's not the point. Which if you want
it's not a collector's item.
Well,
Nobody's impressed by your Millennium Falcon Lego creation. And adults, you gotta stop with the Legos. I admit some of the shit people make is cool, but
how about this? Stop with the Millennium Falcons and stuff. Not anything about Star Wars. Buy random Legos and create something cool.
right.
Then at least you're like, I had to think through it. I made my own thing. If you can make this out of Legos as a grown man, okay, I'll give you props. But don't come to me with the Death Star and say, this took me 60 hours, $300. Isn't it cool? I'm going to go, no, they make
not cool at
They
all.
make Death Stars that look
And there's
not Legos.
There's instructions. You didn't do much but follow instructions.
Now you make that Death Star out of a random box of Legos?
Okay, then you got some.
We used to play a cool game, and I wanted to get it out there I have friends that have kids that aren't old enough yet, but don't buy them the sets. Buy a couple boxes of just the assorted pieces.
Yeah.
It's going to give them so much more imagination. They already know what, that race car that you're building in the set looks like, or the Millennium Falcon or something. Here's a game for you. What me and Steven used to play, because we spent a lot of time with each other because we didn't live in a neighborhood for a while.
For a long
Dump them
while.
all on the floor. And then you take the flat piece that you build a house on.
The big green piece.
The grass
big green
piece.
square. Yeah.
And you basically try and dump truck as many pieces as you can. I take my turn, you take your turn, and you can do it in rounds or whatever, get free with it. But usually it's making a car, the sweetest ass car you can.
Some kind of vehicle.
Boat, whatever it may be,
Right.
because it allows your imagination to go, I'm going to make a car with 18 and a half wheels, and then also I put this piece on there so it also can go in the water.
Right.
And it's got 12 engines.
You can use your imagination, your creativity, and you learn problem solving because those pieces don't always fit together.
Yeah, and if you have an older brother who you're supposed to close your eyes when you do this, and he just steals all the cool engines and wheels, well, then I say, well, look, mine's a rocket ship.
Experience, you learn these kind of tricks of the trade.
That's actually what I will say. If you get some of those sets, don't buy the crazy expensive ones. Like I'm saying that, the Millennium Falcon sets, the ones that come with instructions.
I can't think of another example right now.
I guess I didn't even watch
Everybody
Star Wars.
knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
though.
the Eiffel Tower, things like that, or whatever. Don't buy the expensive ones. Buy the small ones that are like a small car or something. They're not crazy expensive. Build it, get that experience, then break it down, and then throw those pieces mixtured in with the other ones, because now maybe the windshield doesn't fit on there, but problem solving, that's not a windshield, it's a gun turret protector
Right.
for my 11-wheeled Aqua submarine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, literally, let your kids try this, okay? Rachel, can you pull up how much an assorted box of Legos
if
goes
they
for right
even
now?
have them anymore?
Because, just following instructions and making something that's on the box. If you want your kids to just be followers, let them do that.
If you want a kid to just grind it out in an office and kind of hate his life, go ahead and let him do that. You want a kid that's going to have an imagination and maybe do his own thing, or be the creative person in that job, then let them play with some free Legos.
Express yourself.
Yeah.
So you can get at Walmart 1,500 classic brick pieces
That's what you
and
want.
10 animal figures for $25.
What?
That's not bad. That's a lot better than I thought it was going
I
to
thought
be.
it'd be like
This
70.
doesn't really have like, it's literally just
Plain bricks.
bricks.
So then you do house
Well,
building.
Right. Well, you create these grab bag sets that we're talking about, like just a
Yeah.
bucket of assorted Legos.
Yeah, Rachel, look
with
up the-
multiple sets.
Here's on Amazon 2 pounds Lego bulk lots, assorted pieces, $25.
Is there wheels in them? Because that's
I was
important.
gonna ask the same thing, dude. Brother connection.
Let me see. It looks like a picture someone took in their basement.
Well,
Yeah,
the
there's some
assorted,
wheels
yeah.
in there.
I think everybody gets the gist of what we're
Yeah.
talking about here. Don't you know? Just
And if you just have the bricks, then who makes the cooler mansion?
and if you watch your kids play this game, you'll learn which one of them is smarter, which one of them should just go to the factory.
And which one of them cheats more?
Yeah. And there's really no winner or loser. So if you're
That's the thing.
anti-competition, which you're gay, but if you're anti-competition, everybody wins in this game.
So if you're gonna spend the money, get your most out of it, or just buy them a $10 football and let them just go at it and have some fun. Let them play with all the pillows and play knee football. That's how you get cool podcasters.
You're welcome. You're welcome by giving you that little game we used to play. We never had a name for it. It didn't have a name, that game.
No, actually, there was something because we did when we would do it, we would make a noise or say something, and it probably was ridiculous. Scoop.
I don't think that was it, but
Yeah.
you know,
So we
You
gave
do what
you
you want
Leaf
with it.
game.
the leaf football.
Leaf football, dangerous but way fun, and it makes your kids, if you want your yard to be clean, say, hey, we get to play football in those leaves once they're cleaned
Right.
up.
Two birds with one
So,
stone. Speaking of a dangerous game we used to play, can I just throw this in there?
Hmm.
Do you remember when I had a wrist rocket slingshot?
At the old house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to have you put pillows all up in your clothes
Oh,
and a
shit.
helmet or something on. And I would take the slingshot with a ball bearing
Yeah.
and just shoot you with it from probably like 10 feet away. And we actually called it like assassination. Swear to God.
Should
That's
we,
a dangerous game. Don't let your kids play that.
Should we talk about the game where I carried you? Because it has a...
Yeah. We were kids. You
yeah,
can't be
so
mad.
this was when it was okay. Once again, Steven's 6 years older than me. We used to play... Well, I guess we call it I played a game. We
Oh,
called it...
no, I was having fun too.
Oh, yeah, because then you... We called it retard, okay? So once again, it had nothing to do with actually that. It was a word that was used to be allowed to be used.
yeah, I'm not ashamed. We were kids.
Yeah. Where it consisted of Steven would lay down dead weight somewhere, and then he would make a destination I had to carry his body to.
Basically drag me.
It used to be a lot of times up the steps.
Yeah, and I would give you a little help.
Oh, yeah, because you'd have to.
Yeah.
But I never got to the destination because right when I was there, you would go real dead weight or push yourself down.
Or fall back down the steps a little bit on
So
purpose.
for an hour and a half, I'd be busting my hump to get you to go somewhere. And then right when we got there, it really taught me that there's going to be rejection in the world.
Is this some task you can't complete?
That, and then I just remembered, what do we call it, steamroller on the bed?
Steamroller.
Where I would just, we'd be both be on the bed, Steven would lay down and roll back and forth, and I would try not to get crushed. I couldn't
But
get
you
off
would
the
always
bed.
get crushed.
Oh, I'd always get crushed.
Yeah.
I feel like Steven just liked to play games where he was laying down.
I hadn't really thought of that, but yeah.
I was definitely...
We had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You
these games,
you liked playing retard.
These games were... yeah, which is crazy. And then when I started playing middle school football, they're like, why are you so strong? I was like, I don't know, man. I'm
But
just...
dragging around someone 6 years older than me.
Damn,
upstairs.
those games, they were so much fun.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? Now that I'm bigger than you, we're going to start playing these games again.
Yeah, we'll have to call it special needs person.
Yeah, or lazy limbs.
So yeah, play those games. Let your kids play those games.
Yeah, let them make up games. It's funner.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
And then another piece of news, something Mexico City.
Yeah. Rachel will probably look it up and tell me this happened 6 years ago. But so apparently in Mexico, they're running these TV ads that are like an anti-drug campaign, and they're using video footage of our hometown, Philadelphia. So in Mexico, they're taking images of an American city and showing, like, you know, people nodding out on the streets, people laying out on the curbs. And they're trying to scare the Mexicans out of doing drugs by using Kensington video footage. So shout out to Philadelphia.
So I think a lot of people are probably aware of it, and I have kind of a little bit of a video going. If you don't know what we're talking about, just YouTube Kensington Zombies. And it's a part of Philadelphia that's not actually too far from the suburbs, which that's why this place is so bad with drugs that cops, they step over people that are shooting up. It's bad enough that Mexico is using it as the look how bad this shit can get.
Yeah. No, but I'm not sure. It didn't seem, based on the article, as though, like, it was even trying to say, look how bad it is in America. It was like just
using the imagery.
Yeah, like, you don't think they have shitty, sketchy drug areas in Mexico? Use your own fucking cities.
True. Yeah.
It's a little disrespectful.
But maybe they're like, look, even rich white people in America.
Yeah. Look what happened to the gringos.
Yeah, like, obviously it's happened to us. Look how bad, and it is bad to paint the picture. Cops aren't chasing drug addicts. It's a battle you can't win. All they're really trying to do is stop rapes, murders, which
they don't do well.
They ain't stopping. But the real thing is like, if you have a kid who has gone disappearing and you think they might have gone to Kensington to go get drugs, they get trapped down there because they go there with
they just get strung
out. Get strung out once, and then they can just never get home and or ever want to get home.
Right. And I've had it in my my rehab detox before I got sober. I spent a little bit of time down there, believe it or not, and there is a sense of camaraderie amongst the users of drugs.
Until you pass out and they're like, run
your pockets. Yeah. Well, it's all.
But I mean, it's it's
all understood.
What are they? Something of thieves, like the honor of thieves.
The bandit. Yeah.
You know, like
thieves' honor.
We're
like
all. We know what's going on. But if me and you are heroin addicts, but we're down there and we're just trying to survive. If I overdose, you're like, damn, where'd he get his drugs from? That shit must be strong.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. And now they're putting like horse tranquilizers and stuff with the fentanyl to make sure that the drug has legs, as they call it, so it lasts longer. So heroin's not cutting it anymore because it gets out of your system too quick.
To turn this into a funny topic, our mother, who, when she got real sick, couldn't do anything but watch TV, or that's really what she just liked watching.
Yeah.
It's called just dudes interviewing these people for like $10, and they'll tell their whole life story of how they've been abused their whole life, and like,
yeah, she really got into it.
She'd be like, Gene, can you drive me down there? I want to hand out water bottles. I'm like, Mom, no, I'm not going down there. I was like, I don't know if I can protect both of us. Like, it's, as soon as they see a vehicle that doesn't have the bumper hanging off, they're going to be like, that guy might have some money or something.
Well, there was one time that I was down there, and I had a car, and most people are literally just got this clothes on their back. The one guy came up to me and was like, yo, do you want to go steal a bunch of cases of Red Bulls? Because I had a trunk. And I was like, I had already gotten what I was looking for, and I was like, nah, man, maybe next time. And he was totally nonchalant about it, and we were talking for a while. He was otherwise a nice guy, but yeah.
It's funny that it was Red Bull, too.
Well, what they do is you steal Red Bull, and then you sell it to the bodegas which are like corner stores,
Oh.
and they don't give a shit. They'll sell stolen stuff. That's where all the baby formula ends up, at the bodegas.
Yeah, we have someone that was
Not that Puerto Rican people have a lot of kids or anything.
We have someone who's very close to us, who's a Philadelphia police officer and has a relatively newborn baby. Couldn't get the formula, and he was just like telling crackheads more or less, like, "You get me some formula." I mean, that's, you know, when you got to protect your baby, you do what you got to do. And he was like, "You come up with a formula, I have cash in hand."
Yeah, yeah. He bought like several cases of it, so he should probably.
They needed it. He needs it. You know, he had a baby that was sick and had a particular thing they needed.
So if you are unable to legitimately find formula for your children, now you know why.
Go to Kensington. Don't buy anything else but baby formula.
Right. Just go to the Poppy store and they'll hook you up.
Yeah. You want a poop story? Or do you have a topic you want to talk about or anything?
I mean, let's go with the poop store. If we have some time, I could talk about my new living situation and my neighbor who makes great noises.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get. All right, I'll do this quick. I'll give you. This is the one you didn't pick last week. So for a while, I was in corporate America. This was the year me and Rachel were getting married. I was saving all my PTO because we were getting married and then going right in our honeymoon. And I was going to work sick. I didn't get the flu necessarily, but you get the common head cold. And I would tell people, guys, I can't not be here. I have to save my PTO because my boss was a juggernaut of a C word. There was just no leeway. So I'm in the office. We have a morning meeting. Get in there around 8:30ish. Meanwhile, I am already broken down in sweats I have a liquid shit that is here.
Like a boiling shit.
I probably am white in the face and cold sweats, but also legs are dripping. This meeting gets out, and right across the hall from our main door to enter into the office is a family bathroom. It's like the handicap, so it's all by itself. And it has it's a specific lock. So I know this is the bathroom.
You can get some privacy there.
Yeah. Things are not going well. I mean,
you're sick. You're legitimately fucked up.
Yeah. And I think most people have been here before.
Not to where we're about to go.
Yeah. So once again, I'm in an office building. There's multiple companies out of this building. It's multiple floors. I'm actually on the first floor, which makes it worse because I'm in a bathroom that gets used. It's by where all the vending machines are. The only reason I'm in this one is because of the size of it, and it's the closest. I don't think I can get to floor 2 where they have the same bathroom.
Right.
So I finally get in here. I make it to the toilet, to put it nicely. No problems there, but I don't know what happened to me, like food poisoning or whatever. I got so weak, and I was afraid of vomit coming. I just took off all my clothes.
Crazy.
And am so hot, I laid on the tile to cool my body off.
So you're totally naked.
I'm butt-ass naked. I might have had my socks on. And I'm laying on my...
There's a big difference between being butt-ass naked and having your socks on. Because if you were barefoot on top of... Well, I guess you're already rolling around on the floor, so...
to be honest, I just remember being crazy super hot, so there's a possibility I ripped my socks off. Because, when you're sleeping, you stick a foot out to, get you cold, put it back in the warm. So it's very possible I have nothing on. I couldn't tell you for sure. But not only... So I go straight on my back, and it's a bathroom that has a drain in it. I remember specifically going, why is there a drain in this? And that's... And I'm smelling... It's early enough in the morning, I'm still smelling cleaner.
Cleaner, yeah.
But when you... Do yourself a favor. Get down low in a public bathroom. Shit gets missed. I'm laying on that ground with turning my head towards the toilet and under the sink and realizing that janitor does not get the mop under there.
Right. Because
he's
remember,
thinking,
folks, he's on the ground.
Who's going to touch back there? No one shouldn't, or be able to see it, really.
Right.
But I do in this particular... And it's bad enough where not only just laying on my back, I roll around for a while.
You're rocking yourself.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm going to have to shit again. I'm worried I'm going to have to throw up, so I'm trying to trying to the motion sensor toilet. It didn't flush yet, so I'm like, I might have to throw up. So I'm trying to like kick a leg to get that to flush. It finally flushes, and all said and done, I think I was in there probably about a half hour, 45 minutes of just naked laying on the floor.
That's insane. If anybody has had an experience like that, we'd like to hear about it, because I truly think
that was a very low point in my life. And the hard part like that is
you got to go back to work.
Putting your clothes back on and going, dude, I got to sit in this office for another 8 hours and try and act like I'm being productive.
I think it's safe to say you had to do a re-wipe that day.
Oh, I went to the bathroom multiple times.
Yeah.
I was like, I might have had, I don't think I had the flu, because I don't think I ever threw up.
That sounds like you ate something that just was bad.
That was, that sucked.
That sounds
and
like
I share these stories to, if you're having a bad day, it's not that bad.
It can't be that bad.
You be aight.
Yeah.
I was aight.
Yeah, you was aight. But that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I have nothing that comes even close to that in terms of being sick at work. Nothing even close. The worst that's ever happened to me at work was an itchy asshole that I can think of.
Here's the thing. I was a half hour away from my house, so I don't even know if I could have gotten home without having a severe problem. Like I'm on a highway all the way home.
Right. There's no pulling over real quick.
So I don't know even if I.
So you had to stay at work to be close to a bathroom.
And out of necessity, like I just
right.
couldn't do PTO. But I remember going like, I need to get this out of me.
Wow.
Because when something like that severe happens, you go, there's no way it's a one-time deal and then I'm good.
Right.
Your system's got to reboot.
Right.
And like I just remember like eating crackers and like sipping water.
Were you like shaky and stuff?
Very.
Yeah. That's like that's pretty hardcore. You were definitely ill.
People said I had a weird coloring to me. My buddy at work was like, cause I'm just sweating all like, not feeling good. And usually I'm the one. I literally picked this seat because I was the most like kind of veteran person in this sector of the office, near the heater, so I could turn that motherfucker off. Because office ladies love the heat.
Yeah.
Let me try and check. Why has women's fashion changed so much professionally and or not? But
I think it's our fault as men.
We haven't changed the suit is the way to go for 800 years.
There's really no other options though. If you really think about it, what's the alternative option for a man? You gonna wear leggings to work?
No, but golf casual.
Well, we're making progress because now people are finally allowed to work from home, where it just makes sense.
Yeah,
if all you do is answer emails and make phone calls all day, you don't have to sit in a cubicle. You could do it on your couch.
I mean, there was a God calling of, dude, because I would have never left, because I am a very dedicated person. Like, I hated it, but I was like, I would have stayed there until
forever.
Yeah, I probably.
Yeah.
So there was a God calling to get me out of there, and now I can be a professional podcaster.
Right. So everybody, if you're having a bad day at work, it wasn't that bad. Because rolling around on a bathroom floor because you're feeling so sick, you're sweating profusely, you're probably leaving like a sweat mark on the ground.
It was those tiny tiles that are like an inch by an inch. Mm-hmm. I was, like I said, there was a drain. I was wet enough.
That's for to clean it. That's
but I was wet enough where I was slipping a little bit into the middle of the floor, getting myself away from the drain.
Wow. Well, you're still here.
Hey.
You were all right.
Luckily, I ain't got no carnbuncles on my back or anything from it.
You are lucky. Yeah, you didn't get a staph infection or anything like that.
You said you had something.
Yeah, just real quick. The new apartment is great and it's quiet.
Good.
Almost always. You don't hear your neighbors or nothing, which is something it's hard to figure out until you live there a while.
And I was concerned because me and Rachel kind of had it on our backs to pick a place for you more or less.
Yeah, I couldn't travel the 5 hours to come out here just to look at an apartment. So I had to rely on you guys.
And luckily we have phones with pictures. And
it's still not the same though in terms of the setting and just the feel. And again,
anyone who's ever been on Zillow and then go look at the house, you know exactly what it is. It just doesn't add up.
Right. So you did a great job. I love the place.
And we were always able to use me. I'm a good metric of, is this house going to have a good size?
If you can fit
if I agree on the toilet and I agree on the shower and the size of a bedroom and or living space, like
then I'll
going to
be great.
good.
Exactly, and it worked. It worked to perfection. But my neighbor, the guy across the hall, there's 4 units upstairs. I never run into the other people, but the guy right across the hall, he watches TV all night. In the hallway, you can hear his TV a little bit. I've been there for 2 weeks now. Every time I hear his TV after sundown, it's always South Park. Now, this guy's grown. He's older than I am. I don't have a problem with South Park, but that's just, I wanted to throw that in there, just to get an idea of who he is. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which isn't a bad sign, because you know what I think
Could
that
be
is? And we're totally different in this sense. I watch sitcoms in South Park as a comforting thing when I'm not really trying to pay attention.
Right.
And do you think maybe he sleeps with the TV on, and that's his falling asleep show?
Which is a funny pick to go to sleep to.
Yeah. I bet this is the 10th time he's watched South Park all the way through, so it's something to be like,
we're talking like 9 hours of South Park. And I only know that because I go outside to smoke. But every morning, now I keep weird hours sometimes. I get turned around where sometimes I'll fall asleep at like 9:30. And I'll wake up at like 4 a.m. and I cannot fall back asleep. I don't have the superpower you have to just be able to fall asleep at will almost. So anyway, it's like 6:30 in the morning when he wakes up for work. And this guy, again, I never hear him.
What type of work do you think he does? If you had to guess.
I'm still investigating.
Have you seen him leave? What type of clothes does he wear?
No, I haven't seen him leave.
Okay, because that'll be a giveaway.
But it's definitely jeans and a hoodie type work.
Okay. So that could be a mechanic or something like that.
Maybe. And you're getting up at 6:30 in the morning, so you're not going to the office that early.
No.
So he's definitely some kind of, blue collar. He's a bro.
Yeah.
And I like him. We've talked a few times. He's cool. But this dude, when he wakes up, he hacks and coughs and tries to get phlegm out of his lungs so hard that he gags. It sounds like he's about to throw up. And, dude, he'll take his dog out to go to the bathroom, and I can hear him outside of the building gagging and hacking, but not for like 5 minutes. For like 20 minutes to a half hour before he leaves for work. I shit you not. And this has been like 4 or 5 times I was up at that time. Every time. So I'm wondering. Yeah.
Has to be.
But I smoke, and I don't do that at all. And he's not that much older than me. It's not like he's got emphysema. But, dude, it's the grossest, loudest, most obnoxious hacking, coughing. And the worst part is you can hear, like, him trying to get something out so bad, and he's gagging. Like, not like a little bit. It's like a little bit like, damn, bro, whatever you're up to, I think he might, like, smoke meth or, like, smoke something, because, like, I know, like, for a while it was pretty in vogue to smoke Percocets or Oxycontin off tinfoil.
Freebasing.
And that would fuck your lungs up.
Candy.
It would fuck your lungs up real bad, and you would make sounds like that. But this guy, this is like part of his wake-up routine. Like, where I make coffee, this guy is in the shower. He's outside, hacking, coughing, and gagging. That's a rough way to wake up. But after gagging, you're going to be wide awake. So that's good.
Rachel, you want to comment there?
Gene is not wide awake after gagging.
How is that possible?
I wake up every morning, not 20 minutes.
No, it's
but
a long
here's
time,
the thing.
This guy.
Having a finicky stomach. But it's not even so much that I wake up and I have something stuck and I refuse to swallow it. Because sometimes it is just like a tiny little Luger, but I've hacked up pebbles. Like, and I don't
like
smoke
hard chunks?
Hard alien chunks coming out.
That's gnar, dude.
And I don't really smoke during the day.
Right.
I just smoke at night, usually when I'm drinking.
Right.
So I wake up, stomach not in the greatest mode, and when I hack, I have like a one-track way. Like, there's no little bit of throwing up.
No, you
Once
clear
I
your
get
stomach
it,
out.
everything's clearing. So the second I get the energy going up, I'm gagging.
You're done for.
And what I have to usually do is drink a little bit of cold water, and I don't know why it helps, but run cold water on my wrist helps get the nausea to go away. But that's a couple of minutes thing.
But is that every day?
Just about.
Just about.
Well,
and I do, especially when I sleep longer, it's like worse. But yeah, I don't smoke perks, but I mean, maybe in your sleep, because what it is I know when I swallow a lot of like loogie or whatever, it makes me nauseous.
Right. But you don't puke every morning.
Not puke, but come close to it. And I have puked in the morning.
Well,
but usually it's just I don't have anything in me, so it's just dry heaving,
which is worse almost.
Yeah, because then I'm like
you don't
bloodshot eyes.
Yeah. But anyway, this guy, I wouldn't even have mentioned it if it was here and there. It's like his wake-up routine.
Yeah,
and
20
the only
minutes
time I hear from him, and I'm not exaggerating.
If you're going from showering to this happening to also then in a
he's
state
outside,
to be able to get your dog to go outside.
And he's still doing it.
That's rough.
And just quick, this is real quick. The night before last, I'm outside on like the front stoop area, which is like communal, and I'm smoking a cigarette. He comes out with his dog, and I was 100% positive that this guy's dog was a girl dog. So when he came back in with the dog, and Elisa's dog came up to me, and I was like petting it, and I was like, "Hi, sweetheart," and he was like, he just kept like he let me pet it for like a second, and then he's like, "Come on, boy, come on, boy." Yeah, buddy, come on, boy. Like, he made sure to say that this was a boy dog like 4 or 5 times, dude. And now...
Do you think he thinks you're creep?
Yes. And or I don't know if I have a creep vibe, but I probably came off a little like...
Oh, yeah.
Fruitcake-ish. Or maybe he thinks I call boys and girls sweetheart. But now how do I rectify the situation?
You got to do a bro move. If you're out there, like, what's up, dude? You got to give him a like.
Well, no. When I greet him and stuff, I sound like a man. I'm not like, hey. But this was awkward, and you could tell that he's tight with the dog. The way he reiterated to make sure over and over that it was a boy dog.
My dude. Yeah.
Why didn't he just say it's a boy?
Do you know like is it obvious what type of breed that dog is?
I'm not great with dog breeds.
Well, that's
it's a big dog.
If you get to it, that's. Hey, I seen a dog the other day. What type of breed is that? And he tells you, you go, oh, cool. What's the name? Well, and don't say what's his name. Make sure you leave it. It could go both ways.
But after the first dog incident, if the guy thinks you're creepy now, I feel like if you say something else about the dog, he's going to be like, this guy is going to steal my dog.
Because he's going to say it's a boy.
I want to rectify the fact that I know it's a boy dog, and let's clear that out.
Well, ask it. Or then you just go, hey, I didn't catch your dog's name. And then you say something like it's Charlie. And then you go,
and then I'll say,
"Oh, dude, I
thought it was a girl.
I didn't even notice.
I thought it was a bitch.
Girl.
Right?
Yeah, my bad.
Awkward though, right?
Because then it is. Then we got to make sure to be like, oh, I wasn't staring at your genitalia. Sorry, I don't know what type of dog.
I'll make like a quick little joke about it.
Well, no, I would steer away from. I'd be like, just leave it at. I just called it sweet.
No, I'm not going to mention the sweetheart comment again. I'm just going to say, I thought it was a girl dog.
There you go. Yeah, and if you do it, you just have to do it in the right tone.
Just call the dog bro next time.
I'm not going to call the dog bro. No one calls the dog bro. But let me ask you, if someone referred to your dogs as girls, wouldn't you just say, oh, no, they're boys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
especially if they're neutered.
See, he passive-aggressively mentioned it was a girl or a boy dog. So now... he fucked up. I made a mistake, but then he made it worse.
Let me ask you this: Why were you so certain it was a girl dog?
Because he's a single guy.
But I always go man dogs.
It's you know how I roll on the seat of my pants, off the cuff. I don't plan much, so I just assumed it was a girl dog and I went with it.
Because I'm thinking now, if I was at the dog park and someone came up, oh sweetheart, I'd be like.
You're a weirdo. This guy's fucking exactly. So now he thinks, and I'm trying to ingratiate myself.
I got the move for you. Next time you're out there and there's a lull, you gotta say anything. Look at him, go, dude. Aren't tits awesome?
Yeah, okay. You want to go to a strip club, bro?
Hey, man, boobs, right?
Right.
Ooh.
Can we talk about it?
That is funny because that's one of those Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Definitely.
In the time and then you get to think about it in the shower, and it only gets worse and worse.
It was
and worse.
immediately. Yeah, you're right. It got worse as I thought about it. But immediately I was like, do I turn around and say, oh, it's a boy, it's a boy? Like, I just didn't know how to respond.
I was in the pool. Like,
not a booger.
It's yeah, because now it's gonna be in your head every time you.
I gotta address it.
Every time you see him, it's gonna build up. Like if you say hi in a weird way, you're gonna go, now he thinks I'm stupid too. God damn it! And it's. Meanwhile, this guy's maybe just living on the seat of his pants of like, I gotta get to fucking work and.
Right. But he clearly, in his manner of responding to me calling the dog sweetheart, he was defensive.
Which is weird.
Not like mad, but he was like, he wanted to make sure I knew that was a boy dog. Because people do that with
babies. Damn, this table's moving a lot. We got to fix this.
Yeah.
But I've seen videos of people doing that with babies. Of like, oh, she's so cute. It's like, it's a boy. That I could see, but even then.
It's a baby.
Babies are like unisex until they're like 7, 8. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm having some adventures over at the new place. And
then you got hippies that smell like.
Patchouli. The whole hallway. Thank God it doesn't leak into my spot, but yeah. They're young people. You guys are fucking weird, man.
That's just a lot of
They're definitely like younger than 24. I'm positive.
It seemed that way. Yeah, she wore a lot of overall. Like she was in oversized overalls.
Septum piercing.
Stop trying to be cool. I can't wait to like. First of all, my name's Eugene.
You're already not that cool though.
Well, yeah. I can't wait till I get to the age where I can wear clothes that people go, oh, he's just an old guy.
Yeah.
New Balance, the comfy. When I put Dad's New Balance, I forget the number, but the big white ones, all Dad shoes, everyone. Those are comfy ass shoes. I can't wear them quite yet because people are gonna go, he's so fat.
He can't tie his shoes.
Well, no, you're right. Dad has a Velcro version, but no, people are gonna go, damn, he's so fat. He's got to rock like special old man shoes.
Right, that's what I meant. He can't tie his shoes good because they're stuff in the way, so he just has
because they are comfy. I put them on to take the trash out when I was home, and I was like, damn, these things. There's a reason they wear them. And then maybe I might make it. Rachel, would you be okay if I made the change to jean shorts?
Sure.
As long as I cut the grass, right?
Yeah.
What's worse, jorts or like cutoff jean shorts? Because I rocked cutoff jean shorts.
At what age?
My age.
Aren't jorts and cutoff jean
no,
shorts
jorts
the
are
same?
like.
They have the
like
actual
the pockets.
Yeah.
Like cargo jean shorts.
No.
Just jean shorts with like a little hammer belt, hammer loop, and they're like,
They actually what I classify jorts as is they actually have the sewing at the bottom, so
that's what
fray.
I was trying to articulate.
Is it bad if I prefer cutoff? A man in cutoff?
At his age.
No, just jorts in general are lame. I don't care what age you are, because cutoffs can be cool.
Yeah.
Jorts can never really look cool.
If you're gonna wear shorts,
unless you're a gigolo or juggalo.
Like khaki shorts or basketball shorts.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's body type and age come into play. Because, Steven, you wear the jorts that are like almost man-prees. They go past your knee.
Yeah.
When I wear shorts like that, because I've tried it, that go past the knee, that are like a little slender, I look like I don't have any legs. It's like that dude goes straight from torso to calves. How is that possible? It makes my legs look so much shorter. But right at the knee or right above the knee jorts, I haven't tried them on, but I know they're going to look better because that's like what my golf shorts length is.
But I would suggest stick to the golf shorts or the khaki shorts.
Yeah, no, for sure. But
but cut off
or maybe I'll go, which Dad used to rock, and that was when he was in shape. And there's some pictures where I was like, damn, good for you, dude. He had cut off jean shorts that he had for so long and got washed that they became short ass shorts that he'd wear in construction.
Well, that was also like
that was a
stylish then. Yeah.
I hope that got back into style. I might do that for a little bit.
Let's hope.
I like the way you're looking at Rachel. Rachel, are you giving?
I wasn't looking. I was looking right at you. I can't. I hope that comes back into style.
Alrighty, well, that's right about where we want to be. Rach, you want to give our plugs one more time?
All right. You can find us on Twitter at AML_media_. Same on YouTube. Instagram is a little bit different, AML Media _. And then TikTok, we are just AML Media. And you can search us on Facebook as well under AML Media.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. More will be to come. Also, keep an eye out for Homesick Philly Bros. We got some big news. Had a rough Eagles loss, but we'll get there, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Gene Labordi. That's Rachel Labordi. I pointed at you to talk. Good podcasting,
You
Rachel.
blew it.
And my brother.
I'm Stephen Labordi. Thanks for stopping
guys.
by. You be aight.
You be aight.